What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I'm LotusAsakura, the one who never knows best, and in today's video, as you can see, we're making another tier list. One of my favorite types of videos to make, and some of you guys' favorite types of videos to watch. I'm gonna be honest, there's a part of me that for a while, like wasn't making like tier list videos because I felt like it had gotten so overused and overdone, and it was kind of like played out and people probably didn't care anymore. But y'all still be watching and really enjoying these tier list videos, so I'm gonna do it. But today's one isn't like, you know, a goofy, silly one, or like me trying to like meme or troll, or even like a character strength. Today's video, which you already know because you saw the title and the thumbnail, is me ranking the characters in the series of Tekken in terms of who I would personally want to see the most as DLC, just based off my own personal interest and taste in characters that I like and think are cool. Can't stress that enough. This isn't about what I think would make for the most electric season of DLC, or what would make the roster the most well-rounded or the most balanced, or what would be the most hype for everybody. This is what LotusAsakura would personally want. You know what I mean? I gotta say it because I did a video recently talking about 2xKO and League of Legends and those champions and everything like that. People were like, they misinterpreted, not everybody, but a handful of people misinterpreted and thought that I thought that should be the roster, when in reality it was just, no, I just think these characters are cool. That being said, we have here every character in Tekken, so I'm gonna go ahead and move some of these out of the way for characters who are already in the game, and then we're gonna proceed from there. So first things first, let me go ahead and handle that. All right, so boom, with that handled, and if I missed anybody or whatever, we'll just drag them up there where they belong when the time comes. We're gonna go ahead and rename the tiers. I'm going to title Need That Expeditiously, you feel me? Okay, maybe if I don't type this in all caps, it'll fit. Expeditiously. Yeah, let's just not do it in capitals. Then this one would be cool, you know what I'm saying? I guess the B tier, we can call that indifferent. Don't really have a feeling one way or the other. I'm good. And then this bottom tier, I think I got a special name for this bottom tier. It's gonna go a little something like this. All right, so boom. I think that's gonna work out just fine. And with that being said, with that tier being made, this bastard is going right here, okay? If they add Akuma to this game, I will uninstall so fast. Don't do it. And this goofy goober right here, he can go back where he came from too. At KOF, SNK. Well, I don't give a damn. Get away from Tekken. I don't ever want to see either of these niggas in Tekken ever again, as long as I live, okay? Frankly speaking, look, I'm already getting amped. I'm not somebody who really cares about guest characters. Guest characters don't typically get me all that hyped up for the most part. There may be some exceptions here or there. That's pretty cool. Whatever. I don't even really like Street Fighter like that. And I ain't never played a KOF game that I thought was fun. I've only played KOF 15 and I didn't like it. Anyway, and they ugly. Keep them away from my Tekken, okay? Moving on. Alex, I'm good. Ogre, I think would be really cool. Tekken 3 is probably my favorite Tekken game of all time. Super nostalgic. Grew up playing that as a kid. I'm sure a lot of you guys, like myself, had that as your first Tekken. I think Ogre is really cool. Bring him back as DLC just for funsies. That'd be dope to me. Then we have Angel, who I also think could be a cool character. Again, like, I'm not worried about, by the way, like how this makes sense for the story or the lore or anything like that. This is strictly just off of who I think is cool. And well, I didn't play Tag 2, so I think the last time Angel was playable as a character was Tekken 2. Which I also enjoyed a lot and played as a kid and was very nostalgic and everything like that. So again, you want to show me some Tekken 2, Tekken 3 characters, I'm probably going to take those every day of the week. Next up, we have Anna, who I'm kind of indifferent on. I damn near want to throw her in I'm good, but I know that if I do that, the Anna allowance will be at my neck. So I'm not a big Anna fan. I don't hate the character. I'm sure I would hate fighting her in Tekken 8 because she'd probably be a nightmare to deal with, but you know, if they add her, whatever, I'm not going to get hype. I know there's a lot of diehard fans out there that want her in the game. She's not one of my top picks though. Moving on, we have Armor King. Need That Expeditiously. It's not even that I'm an Armor King player. It's just that King and Armor King have always been the only two grapplers in fighting games that I ever thought were super dope. And aesthetically, visually, he's just really, really cool. He's like King, but a Mishima in some ways. And it's weird because in Tekken 7, they made King a lot like Armor King and gave him a lot of Armor King's moves, which made us think that we wouldn't see him, and then they added him to the game anyway, and he ended up being super, super popular. And so because of that popularity and because everybody thinks he's so dope, I'm sure he'll be back in the game at some point. I would be surprised if he's not. Even with them making King again, like they even gave him like a regular wave dash and everything like that, I think Armor King will still be added to the game. Beck, this might surprise some of you guys. I'm indifferent. Like if they add him, that would be cool. I have my Taekwondo master in Hwadong. Which, by the way, there was something I wanted to note down here. I kind of forgot what it was. Oh, Heihachi. Heihachi's obviously not in the game just yet, but I threw him in this tier list because he's already confirmed, obviously. Yeah, but Baek-do-san, it's a cool character, but I don't need him. If they add him, like, yeah, I would play him. I'd try him out. I'm sure I would even enjoy him quite a lot, but he's not really a character that I'm begging for. Bob, I'm good. Bruce would be cool. I know a lot of people really miss Bruce. It's a shame because Josie, who's over here, I thought was really cool, cute, and adorable in Tekken 7, and people just really did not rock with her. She wasn't that popular. I love her lore. I like, you know, her origin and everything like that. I like the outfit, and I get people find the little crying like gimmick annoying or whatever, I guess, so I can somewhat understand that. But I thought her gameplay was really dope, and it's a shame that we never really saw a whole lot of her. The only players that come to mind that ever really played her were, I want to say, Blackbeard and Pokechop are the only two notable players. No, didn't Kagemaru, y'all remember Master Cup? If you know, you know. Bro, wasn't he playing Josie? Oh, son, I know. Markman, if you out there, I know you remember. But anyway, Christy Monteiro would be cool. You know what I'm saying? I would love Christy. I ain't even gonna cap. I would love to see her in the game, bro. I would love to see her in the game. Combat, I'm indifferent. It doesn't really matter to me. Combat is the inferior Mokujin, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Then we have Devil Kazumi, who, I mean, I don't really want to see like the devil form. Well, because I wanted to see Angel, and like, what's the I mean, there is a difference, but like, I feel like these devil forms, and maybe it's because partially the way that they look, where it don't hit the nostalgia note the way that like seeing Angel does for like my Tekken 2 stuff. I'm indifferent. I'm gonna say we in the middle with Devil Kazumi and Devil Kazi. I don't see them getting added as like playable separate characters anyway. But if they did, you know what I'm saying. Dr. B, I'm good. Eliza, I'm kind of good on Eliza. Like, I wouldn't be upset, but I just, the whole 2D like style character with the meters and stuff, like, I'm good. And she probably fits more in Tekken 8 than she did in Tekken 7. But I think I'm just good. Like, and obviously she gets brownie points because she is actually a Tekken original character, despite her playstyle and having the meter and everything. Also, Busty Goth Vampire Girl. Like, okay, yeah, you got me caught. Okay, it is what it is. Don't act like you. Anyway, then we have Falkenram. Okay, I won't uninstall the game for Falkenram, but like, I'm so good off of Falk. Like, I am hoping and praying with all my might that this character is not the final character for this season of DLC, and I don't think he will be. I had a theory that it's going to be somebody else who we'll mention here in a moment that's in this list. But yeah, there was a lot of speculation, rumors, leaks that the next two characters were going to be Marduk and Falkenram. Obviously, that was completely debunked when we got the reveal for Heihachi. Saw some people coping and saying like, oh, it was originally going to be Marduk, but they scrapped it and decided to bring Heihachi back. It's like, nah, it's something like bringing Heihachi back that had to be planned all along. They didn't just randomly decide, okay, let's throw Marduk to the side and bring back Heihachi and catch everybody off guard because they've leaked it and everything like that. Highly doubt that. That's some crazy copium going on. Force Law would be cool because Force Law, I'm pretty sure, was the law that was in Tekken 3. So I would like to see that. He's not, like, again, not one of my top picks. I ain't putting him up here, but for nostalgia reasons more than anything else, it could be cool. Then we have Ganryu, who I'm indifferent on. This would be cool for one reason. I'm gonna put him in indifferent because it doesn't matter too much for me as it applies today. But I grew up playing Tekken as a kid, and my dad also played Tekken with me a lot as a kid. You know what I'm saying? That was really cool. Like, one of the ways that we bonded and spent time together and connected sometimes was playing video games. So he would play Madden with me, he would play Tekken, and he played Ganryu. So it would be cool. Actually, I'll throw him in there just for that. I throw him in there out there. Shout out Pops, man. Shout out Pops for playing Tekken with me back in the day when I was a kid, and he really liked Ganryu. So yeah, it would be cool just for that. You know what I'm saying? Ganryu, I think, is very, very unlikely to ever be added to Tekken 8 because it took him a while to get into Tekken 7, and he was very unpopular when he made it, and he wasn't in the game in the first place because he's unpopular. And so it's just like, maybe if this game goes on for 8 years like Tekken 7 did, and we're on our 7th season of DLC, then maybe, but it'd probably be a stretch. Gigas, I'm all the way good. Gon, I know I talked about Tekken 3, but I'm good. JC, indifferent. She's not a character that I have any experience with because I think she was only playable in Tag 2, and I didn't play Tag 2. But you know, she looks cool, so I wouldn't be mad at it, but I ain't, you know what I'm saying, it's whatever. Jinpachi would be really cool. Jinpachi, I think I might throw up here and Need That Expeditiously because he's actually one of the characters I would really like to see, and I don't really know why, because frankly speaking, I've got some traumas and PTSD from Tekken 5 going up against Jinpachi, so I don't really know why I want to see him, but I just would. Okay, do I need a reason? It's my video, I do what I want, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to explain myself to you. Moving on, we have Josie, who I would really like to see. I think that would be cool. I already explained my piece with Josie. I like her quite a lot. Matter of fact, I'm gonna move her up here above Bruce. And I know that her and Bruce are really similar, but people seem to like Bruce more than they like her. And I ain't mad at that. You know, show our brothers some love. We all here celebrating the melanin and whatnot. But it is what it is. Then we have Julia, who would be cool. I'm a Julia fan. I know a lot of people aren't because they hate fighting her. I get it, but I think she's dope. Katarina, I'm indifferent. I get it. She's very well designed, but it don't really matter to me one way or the other. Kazumi, I think, would be cool. I think this character wasn't like the most interesting necessarily, but there are players who I enjoy watching that played this character, and if she were to come back and if she was any good, it'd be dope to see them play her, such as Ulsan, such as Arslan, such as Kokoma. Which, granted, most of those guys probably only played her because she was good. So if she's not good, they might not play her, but they'd at least check her out. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think Kazumi is really cool. And also, I don't know if like this is the end of her story with Tekken 7 and everything like that, or she's still gonna have any role or mention moving forward. I don't really know where the story of Tekken is going at this point. And again, it doesn't necessarily matter with my picks for these, but Kazumi, I wouldn't be mad at all. I would like to see it. Then we have Kunimitsu and Kunimitsu 2. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Kunimitsu 2 has become one of my all-time favorite characters in Tekken, bro. Her and Huo were my mains in Tekken 7. This character is incredibly dope. Very, very sick. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, she's boring, she's whack, she's laying da-da-da-da. Nah, y'all, what happened is y'all got corrupted by watching this game played at the highest level between niggas like Arslan and Ao, because with all due respect to Arslan and Ao, Kunimitsu's not boring. The way them niggas was playing was boring. And granted, there's also because the style that Tekken 7 benefited and encouraged was boring. Especially in comparison to Tekken 8, where it's much more aggressive, a little bit more flashy, and just more interesting and hyped to watch at points, at least in my opinion and a lot of other people's opinion as well. But we'll see how things go over the lifetime of Tekken 8. Because in Tekken 7, I enjoyed watching it from start to finish, and there was a lot of crazy, crazy matches and hype-ass tournaments, and I hope we have just as many, if not more of those in store with Tekken 8. That being said, I think Kunimitsu is a sick-ass character, dope design, love her stage, love the music, like the mask is fire, the moveset goes crazy, super fun, and I think she would be so dope in Tekken 8. I am praying that this character comes back as DLC, and my theory is actually that she will be the final character for the season 1 pass. I'll explain that theory if I end up being right. I was correct about Heihachi coming back, and we'll see if Kunimitsu comes back as well. And if I'm right, I'll explain the theory one day. If I'm wrong, maybe I'll talk about it anyway, but I just want to see. Okay, we playing the wait and see on that one. But yeah, Kunimitsu 2. I'm good. Well, no, I'm not good. I need that expeditiously. That is my most wanted character for DLC, actually. My most wanted character is Kunimitsu 2. Moving on, Lei Wulong. I kind of need that. Lei can be a huge pain in the ass to deal with, but legacy, nostalgia, kung fu, Jackie Chan, I know he kind of falls in line with like the character in that part, so he probably ain't coming back, but I don't give up. You feel me? Like, add Lei back into the game. Lucky Chloe would be cool. I like Lucky Chloe. Funnily enough, when Tekken 7 came out, the character I was most interested in trying out that was new to the game was Lucky Chloe. I actually thought she was really cool. I liked the outfit, the design, the dancing aesthetic. It reminded me of playing like Eddie back in the day as a kid, who was like breakdancing on you while he's, you know what I'm saying, whooping your ass. So I like Chloe. I know a lot of people don't. I don't care. I would like to see her. Actually, she'd be a lot higher up on my list probably. These aren't necessarily ordered, I guess, but I kind of am moving my favorites close to the top, you know what I'm saying? So if I'm doing stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I keep scrolling down and then thinking it's the pool of characters, and I keep seeing a list as a dumbass face and getting mad. My fault. Marduk. I'm not going to uninstall the game if they add Marduk, but I would be very disappointed. I'm so grateful that he was not revealed, and that Heihachi was instead. Okay, so grateful. But yeah, I'm all the way good off Marduk. Master Raven, I'm indifferent. We already have Raven, and I like Raven more than I like Master Raven. I would be shocked if we ever saw Master Raven again in the game, unless she becomes important to the story of Tekken. Or like a tag game where they just have everybody. Then we have Michelle, who would be cool. Have we seen Michelle since outside of tag 2? When was the last time we seen her? You know what I'm saying? So I'd be down. Has it been? She was in tag. Or she was in tag 2. She was probably also in tag. I can't remember Tekken Tag 1's roster very well, but I don't think she's been playable since Tekken 2. Then we have Miguel. I'm good. I'm surprised that there's so many Miguel fans. I didn't realize Miguel had as much of a following as he does, but I've been seeing his name kind of get requested among like the top 5 most, I would say, for characters to return as DLC. I feel like even when I stream, people are saying that they want to see Miguel back. I personally always hated fighting Miguel. Then the nigga just mad disrespectful, bro. I don't like though he be slapping me in my mouth. He could stay over there with all that. You keep your ass in Tekken 7. That's just me though. Then we have what's her name? Miharu, I believe is this character's name. Why not? She's also cute, so run it. You know what I'm saying? Then we have Mokujin, who I ain't gonna say I need that expeditiously, but it would be really cool, man. We've been asking for Mokujin to come back in the Tekken for a schminute. They ain't been giving it to us. I don't really know why. Also, I just realized I'm not, my fault. I had to read full screen, but yeah, I mean, like, it's just, you know, I just feel like Mokujin is like one of the mascots of Tekken, you know what I'm saying? He has a cool concept where you pick the character and then he randomly emulates the style of a completely different character, and it's like you never know which one you're gonna get. It's always random. It's like random select, but even cooler. It's like a really cool way to do random select in the game, and I would like to see players, especially because imagine the content on like YouTube and particularly like on Twitch stream, where like a top player or whatever just does like a session, not even like, they could do a whole series where they're just playing Mokujin and just trying to get to God of Destruction while playing as Mokujin. Wouldn't that be really, really sick? I know like back in the day, like Anakin made a name for himself by getting Mokujin up to like a really high rank back in like Tag 2, was it? Or was it a previous game? I think it was Tag 2. Regardless, I think that would just be really, really fun to watch, and it would just be a cool little treat for the Tekken fans. Negan, I'm good. One of the weirdest crossovers in fighting games. I just don't understand it. But I've also never watched The Walking Dead. Noctis would be cool because Noctis is cool, and also I would love to see FDX be really happy and get his character back. That'd be dope. This is not happening. Obviously, licensing and everything like that. Noctis is not coming back. The same thing goes with Negan. And frankly, Noctis doesn't really belong in Tekken. I guess he does in the literal sense because I guess his world is in the Tekken world somehow. But he really should have been a Soul Calibur character. It is what it is. I played him a lot when he came out. I actually really enjoyed him. But he probably doesn't belong in Tekken, if we're being honest. P-Jack, I'm good. I don't really care about P-Jack. He's just even more boring Jack, in my opinion. Who the hell is this? I have no idea who this is. Y'all gonna have to tell me who this is. I think I'm good, but I have no idea who the hell's. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Then we have Roger and Roger Jr. Good. I don't really need animals in the game, to be honest. This is Sebastian. I believe this is Lily's butler. I'm cool. I don't really care. Taekwondo girl. Okay, I know I said I already have my Taekwondo master in Hwarong, and I don't need Beck like that. However, have you considered this? Waifu Hwarong. Anyway, yeah, I need that. She's from like the Tekken mobile game. Go ahead, throw her in there. And then Slim Bob. Like, I just don't really care for Bob that much, but I'll say this. He goes above Bob just because I like the tracksuit. You know what I'm saying? The little tracksuit he got on, I think it's a lot better than Bob's like worn out ass Hawaiian shirt that's in tatters and tears and his ripped up jeans and shit. Sue me. But now, and frankly, like I don't really care one way or the other. I guess that makes it indifferent, but like I'm good. But I mean, I don't know. I guess regular Bob was better than Slim Bob back in like Tag 2. Right? Again, I never played Tag 2. I watched them. They had very similar movesets. I know that like Bob has like maybe a little bit more range and like maybe there are certain different properties on his. Again, I didn't play it, but I watched. So I think they're roughly the same character. There are some differences, but Slim Bob has a cooler outfit, so he goes slightly above Bob. I forget the titanium Mokujin's name. Is it Tetsujin? I think his name is Tetsujin, right? Let me just look that up real quick. Tetsujin Tekken. Am I correct? Yeah, Tetsujin. I mean, I just rather have Mokujin. I'm indifferent. I don't really care one way or the other. And again, my taskbar showed up here. Okay, you know what? We're just going to ignore it for now. Tiger Jackson. We have Tiger Jackson. Would be cool, you know. Cool little Easter egg from like, again, old school Tekken nostalgia, whatever. But for the most part, I don't really care that much. Actually, I'm actually indifferent. Like, we already have Eddie. I'd rather have Christy between the two. I wouldn't be mad at it, but we gonna stay indifferent. A True Ogre, I actually think would be really cool. I would love to see Ogre and True Ogre. Then we have Unknown, who I also think would be really, really cool. I frankly don't know the lore or like the explanation behind who or what or where Unknown is, but I love Unknown's theme song from Tekken Tag 1. So yeah, just for the sake of like having a new version of that in the game, that would be fire. But then also I just think that they're really cool. I would love some sort of explanation behind what the hell that thing is. Because I wasn't the lore like we thought this was like June, but like resurrected or like possessed or something. I don't know. And then they have like the maybe y'all can break it down for me. I've never really looked too deep into it. Violet. I'm good or indifferent. Like I actually no, I'm actually good on Violet. I'm actually good. And then Wang or Wong, however you want to call him. Indifferent. I don't really mind. We already have Leroy, and they're very similar, but we had, you know, King Twing and Armor King, and they still added Armor King. So, you know, why not? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, characters getting replaced by other characters is nothing new. And then usually they, you know, they kind of do fall off. But I wouldn't be mad at Wang or Wong getting added to the game. But with that, that is the tier list, boys and girls. Go ahead, zoom out, and take a look at our work. You can see the characters I would personally want to see the most. Number one is definitely Kunimitsu, Armor King, Jinpachi, Taekwondo Girl, Wulong. There's a bunch of characters I think would be cool to be added. Some characters I'm indifferent about, and then quite a few that I hope don't make it to the game. But I understand, right? For my own sake, I hope they don't make it to the game. But like, I understand, like, Bob has his fans, you know what I'm saying? Like Fakuram, people want Fakuram. Of course, also as well, representation of different cultures and like you know, ethnicities and everything like that is also a very prominent thing in Tekken. They have these characters from all over the world who speak all these different languages, and also people feel seen and represented in the game. So that's also cool as well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm never gonna be mad at that. So if there's a character that I don't rock with that you do specifically for that reason, that's all well and good, and that's dope, and I support that. But taking that out of the equation, fuck some of them characters. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just me. Y'all can let me know your own list in the comments down below. If I do this, is it going? Okay, there we go. You can let me know your list in the comment section down below. Hit this video with a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already, so you can stay tuned for all this content up and I bring you. With all that being said, that's pretty much all I have for today. And remember, nothing can happen until you swing the bat. Later.